Hey guys, it's Janet Wakeland with RemarkablyCreated.com. Thanks for joining me in my studio today as I get ready to share with you a very small sneak peek of our 2017 spring catalog. As a demonstrator, I recently attended On Stage. This is a twice-a-year event hosted by Stampin' for demonstrators all over the world to recognize and celebrate demonstrators, to share tips and ideas, as well as to introduce us to new product that will be debuting not long after that event. So as a demonstrator, because I attended that event, I was able to do a limited pre-purchase while also earning Sale-a-bration products as part of my pre-purchase the last couple of days. In addition, I had an amazing honor this past weekend. As a demonstrator, I was recognized for being the #3 demonstrator in the United States, and I was recognized for being the #4 demonstrator in the world. And it just blew me out of the water and blew my socks off. It was definitely not a recognition that I was expecting in any way, shape, or form. And so I just want to give huge hugs and shout outs to my customers and my team because the awards are based on sales, recruiting, and leadership. So to all of you that are part of my Remarkable Stampers, and to all of you who enjoy purchasing and shopping with me as your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, again, big hugs and thank you so much for the honor that it is to be your demonstrator. So now let's get back to the amazing good stuff. This is the cover of the catalog. And if you do not have a demonstrator that you work with, I would love to send you a complimentary catalog. I will be ordering my stash of catalogs this Friday and this Monday, so you're going to want to make sure that you're on my mailing list for this catalog. Janet at remarkablycreated.com, or my blog is remarkablycreated.com. And either way, you can make sure that you get this catalog. It's 54 pages of amazingness. And the only negative comment that I have heard about this catalog is that your credit card limit won't be high enough, or there is just way too much to spend. So amazing, amazing catalog. In addition, when this debuts on January 4th, Sale-a-bration will also debut, Stampin' Up's biggest sale of the year. So you're going to want to make sure, again, that you're on my mailing list to get all of the details. Also, you're going to want to stick around to the end of the video to find out why I'm showing you these things now, even though you can't purchase them. But I've got reasons for showing them to you right now. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at all of the yumminess that I have waiting here and that my customers and my team members are going to get to play with on Saturday or enjoy as part of our virtual training on Friday night. So let's take a look at what we have going on here. So in the catalog, Stampin' Up! Has these things called suites where they take and they group similar product together so that you have everything that you need, whether it's embellishments, ribbon, paper, cardstock, things like that, to create absolutely stunning cards, party themes, scrapbook pages, crafts, you name it. So one of the suites is our Party Animal Suite, and this part of the suite is our Balloon Adventure stamp set, which will work with our balloon punch that we have, and then this really, really sharp framelit set. This creates a pop-up in the middle of your card. Then you've got some really nice intricate balloons, some great ribbons. You don't even have to cut a string for your balloon. We've got a great little die cut for that. And I've got some awesome alternative ideas for a lot of this product. Friends and I sat and brainstormed for hours with this catalog. So we've got lots of alternative fun ideas. A little gift bag topper, and then this will create a fun tag for you. So again, that's a great coordinating piece there for you. And then you've got this beautiful designer paper. I love that it's not all birthday themed, that you've got some nice generic pieces. And I love this little bit of crumb cake that they threw in there, a little bit of neutral. I love having a neutral like that as part of a card. So you've got the dots, you've got the numbers, you've got balloons, we've got diagonal stripes, we've got presents, we've got confetti, we've got animals with their little party hats on. You've got your crumb cake solid piece. I know there's a Pacific Point piece. You've got Pacific Point piece. Here you've got some candles. And then I think we've got a solid candle piece here and cake with a fork. And I love that they included the fork on that piece. So that is our birthday suite. And one more piece that is part of that birthday suite is this really beautiful narrow Emerald Envy ribbon. I love narrow ribbon because when you tie it in a bow, it gives you a nice secure knot, and I just find it really easy to work with. So that's our Emerald Envy ribbon. So let me toss this into the box behind me, and let's look at another suite. And I'll be honest, I don't remember the name of it, but it is a Valentine's geared suite. But it can also be more than Valentine's. Sending love, you can send love all year long. You can always, of course, do love notes outside of Valentine's. I mean, I don't know why we reserve love notes just for Valentine's. Of course, you're going to want to make sure that all your Mary Kay friends see that little lip stamp, or anybody else that Unique or whatever that are selling cosmetics. Look at that cute little lip stamp. Hello, love. Again, hopefully you want to say hello to your love more than just on Valentine's. And then great little pieces. As with a lot of our stamps, we have a coordinating framelit set. And what's nice is when there's a coordinating set like this, it's sold as a cost savings bundle, allowing you to save 10%. So that's amazing. These will make little mini envelopes. They will cut and score. So really sweet little way to drop a little message in. And some great little add-on pieces and things like that. Border piece for your cards. Great little hearts and things like that. So that's a fun piece. We have a 6x6 paper stack. And again, while some of them are more lovey-dovey and kind of more Valentine's, you've got pieces that aren't. So you're going to be able to do some great bold greetings with this set. So you've got all the red and white happening. In addition, we have these great little wooden elements, and the wooden elements are light, so they add no weight to your card, and you won't have to pay extra postage. And in addition, you can also easily alter them with our gold or clear Wink of Stella, with re-inkers, and by simply smushing them into an ink pad. So lots of possibilities with those. You're going to want to make sure that you have a fine-tipped glue pen or glue dots for those. And then we have this printed, and I don't know if you can see the print there, this printed glassine, which is going to be great for making see-through peekaboo Valentines and envelopes and things like that. It also adds a nice kind of sheer layer, kind of giving you a muted look to what's underneath if you're going to layer it on top of a card. And this is 6x12 sheets, so that's a great part of that suite. And then another suite that we have is the Falling in Love suite, which is going to be a great suite for all of your weddings, your showers, your special occasions, your anniversary parties, your big engagement parties and showers and things like that. And so beautiful font that's part of this, a day to celebrate. Of course, that's not necessarily just a wedding. And so maybe there's some other big celebration that you're doing. This will be great for that. Just for you, so in love, enjoy, happy anniversary. So some great sentiments there. The coordinating framelit that goes with that is this one right here. And what you're going to have is the ability to do some great gift tags, some ability to do some great belly bands on little favor boxes. You're going to be able to do some great wraps for invitations and just beautiful elements on cards and Project Life and scrapbook pages. So really, really great framelit set that's part of that there. And then the paper and the colors of this suite are focused on soft sky, Sahara Sand, and Blushing Bride. And there is 12x12 paper that is a part of that, so that's going to be great. But look at this designer paper. Look at this. For those of you that are team members watching this that are coming on Saturday to our team training, you are going to love this. And we'll be using some of it on some of your projects. So you've got some butterflies, just really soft look there. I love that. It's got a little bit of lace, and it's kind of layered and muted laces, so that's really pretty. You've got, look at that. Isn't that just so pretty? Just looks like confetti falling. I just want to have a little champagne glass with that. So, so pretty. This one here, oh, I can't wait to use this for New Year's Eve. Look at that. And there's more of that different kind of lace. It looks like it would be part of a wedding dress. Isn't that stunning? Look how real that looks. And then on the flip side, we've got some hearts, so that would work great with your Valentines. And they can be falling down or falling up. It just depends on what you're doing. I call these wishers. They're like the little things that you blow on to make a wish. We've always called them wishers. You've got your nice, I love when you have the neutral pieces to work with it. And then you've got your flowers. And again, you're going to be able to alter them and sponge them, color them in. So that's our Falling in Love suite. And there are two other elements to that. And what we have here is these really nice lightweight, I want to call them enamel, but they've got more of a plastic feel to them, but they're not plastic. So I'll look it up and see what they actually are, but they're ivory with little rhinestones set into them. Look at how pretty. Look at that. And then we have this narrow satin ribbon. It is 1/4 inch. And I love neutral ribbon because it's really easy to alter it again with glitters, with re-inkers, with markers, things like that. So you can always alter it, but really pretty smooth satin ribbon. So that's that suite. Then, I mean, there's tons more suites. That's just what I was able to pre-order. And so in addition to the stamp bundles that we were able to pre-order is this You Lift Me Up with the hot air balloons. And again, one of the things that I think Stampin' Up! Did really well in this catalog was great greetings that tie into the images, but also kind of aren't locked into a certain occasion like a birthday or something. Just a note to lift your spirits. And I know that that's the stamp set, kind of like the comfort stamp in the holiday catalog right now that's going to get a lot of use from me, because there's a lot of times when you want to send a note just to lift someone's spirits. So great, great images. And then the coordinating framelits look just like this. So you've got your hot air balloon, but look, you've got a banana, you've got a dog bowl dish. We had a lot of fun brainstorming, okay? You've got a heart that you can use, and then we've got some great clouds, which are great for the images, but there's also some things about cloudy days, dark skies, so it's going to be perfect for that. Then something else, another bundle is our dragonfly bundle. Can you see that? Look at these little dots. This kind of will create that bokeh, and I know I may be saying it wrong, B-O-K-E-H, kind of lighting effect. And then again, some great sentiments. Enjoy your special day. Thanks for the smile and everything else. You sure know how to make someone happy. So great. And it's a two-step stamp. So you stamp the wings and then the image over top. So a little bit of coloring underneath, or you can use them alone. And then it also has a coordinating framelit set. So you have this great stamp set here. You've got the outline to use with the images. You've got your bee, 2 other dragonflies, and then this whole string of dragonflies. And we saw some amazing, great ideas with this. So lots of ideas will be forthcoming with that. Another stamp set we got to order was this beautiful Mediterranean Moments. This was designed by Susan Nygaard. One of the things that our $1 million sellers get to do is design a stamp set, and this was Susan's stamp set. And this is going to be a perfect stamp set for something amazing in the spring catalog, and that is watercolor pencils. We got to play with these watercolor pencils last weekend at On Stage, and they are smooth as butter. They blend really easily with blender pens. They work great with aqua painters for washes. They're soft enough just to use on their own, so great, great pencils. And I know I'll be using this set to finish my Project Life scrapbook of our Mediterranean cruise this year. So thank you, Susan, for an amazing set. I love it, love, love it. Another thing that we got to pre-order was 2 of the Hostess sets. And in the catalog, there's this really, really cute set that I can't wait for December 1st to come quick enough, called Custom Tees. And it's a bundle that has different framelits that are different kinds of t-shirts, tanks, sport tanks, things like that, and a stamp set. But when I saw the Hostess set, I rightly went, oh my goodness gracious, be some great images to put on the front of those t-shirts. So some great, great images, as well as some great, this will be great for tags and things like that, as well as small little note cards. So great Hostess set called Iconic Occasions, and then Thankful Life, where you've got the different bouquets that fit into the vase. So, and a really fun thank you for that. So then in addition, we receive some free stamps. When we attend Stampin' Up! Events, we get spoiled. And here's this cool treats, and this one will have a coordinating framelit set with it. And again, you're the cherry to my sundae. You know, you're sweet, you're cool. So lots of fun stuff with that. And I'll be honest, ice cream is not one of my favorite desserts. I prefer chips and things that are salty. But boy, the samples that they showed us and the samples in the catalog do make you crave ice cream. So that's there for you. Another one that we received as a giveaway was this All Things Thanks. So lots and lots of thank yous and all different kinds. And this one is the one that I think I'm going to get using a lot. It's thanks for that thing you did. I have this little shorthand code that I use, TU, thank you. And so I'll write down like Susie Smith, TU, and it's a note to myself that I need to send Susie a thank you. But the problem is sometimes I don't remember what I'm thanking Susie for, or whoever it is that I put the little code TU next to. So this stamp is going to get a lot of use for me. I know that for a fact. And then one of the door prizes that I won this Nailed It set, and this does also have a coordinating set of framelits. So lots and lots of good stuff in the catalog. So then, one of the perks of pre-ordering the last couple of days was that for every $50 that I spent, I got to pick a celebration item, and there was no limit to the number of celebration items that you could earn, which means that my team on Friday night at our virtual event and Saturday during our live event are going to be winning some amazing door prizes, so I can't wait to spoil them. But check out this fun set that you'll be able to get for free. Hey, chick! I love this stamp set. These are just cute. And of course, you know, raising chickens is definitely a hot trend, so we've got our cute little chicks. Designer Tea, this is a set that's for a free set during celebration that coordinates with that custom tea bundle. When in doubt, stamp, don't you love it? So some great things to put on t-shirts. Then this tasty trucks, look at that. And this little saying here, let's talk about how awesome you are. So it can be an ice cream truck, it can be a food truck, it can just be all kinds of little trucks. So really cute set that you're going to want to definitely get your hands on during celebration. Delicate details, look at that. And because it's photopolymer, we'll be able to bend it and shape these sets, but this definitely goes with the Falling in Love suite. And one of the things that you'll notice about the celebration items is that they all cross-coordinate really, really well with the Spring Occasions catalog. And in addition, a lot of things in the Spring Occasions catalog cross-coordinate with our holiday catalog and our annual catalog. And so then another thank you, because you know you just can't say thanks enough. And then another great item, of course, that is going to be perfect for our watercolor pencils, because coloring is so hot and we know that it is so therapeutic. So we have our own paper to color. So look at that. Look at that. And wait till you see the fun thing that I have planned for this. And of course, you don't have to color it. Black and white is always a perfect staple. Or you can simply choose just to brayer one color the whole way off of it, or just kind of sponge stuff in. So if you're like me, I love to color, but I'm not good at staying in the line. So it'll be a little challenging for me, so I'll be practicing my coloring. And then another free celebration item is this Up, Up, and Away paper, which of course coordinates with some of our other product in the catalog, but you've got these amazing balloons. One of the things I noticed was the yummy use of color combinations. You've got this great neighborhood because they have the balloons flying overhead. Then you've got your monochromatic look, and look at that. Look at that color combination. Isn't that a whole lot of fun? Great use of the end colors, so look at that. So you guys are going to love all. So now back to why I'm showing you all of this early. Number one, you're going to want to host an event during celebration, and I have a very limited number of live events that I host. I also do virtual events, and of course you can always host your own personal order. I have updated the tabs on my blog, and I have lots of details about all of the different ways that you can host, as well as what's in it for you when you host, all kinds of Hostess rewards and things like that. So that's reason number one why I'm showing it to you. Number two, I'm showing this because I know my team is watching it, and I want them to be really stoked and excited for our live virtual team training party Friday night and our live team event Saturday here at Craft World. In addition, the other reason why I'm showing this is some people don't like to wait. And by joining, you don't have to wait. When you join my team, if you join this month, you can pick the stitched framelits as well as any other product for $99. And that means that $125 in product, for $99 and free shipping. And that means that you can pick the new stitched framelits, you can pick any of our sale stamps, or during our online extravaganza around Thanksgiving, you could pick any of those items in your kit. But by joining this month, that means that on December 1st, you'll be eligible to pre-order, along with the rest of us, anything that you want from the Occasions catalog while earning free celebration items as a demonstrator. And you will be purchasing at 20% off. So that's amazing, amazing, amazing. And here's the deal, though. Even though you're purchasing at 20% off, you get credit for the full price when it comes to that $50 you need to spend for free. And wait a minute, it gets way better. I feel like an infomercial, but it does get way better, which is why I'm telling you all this now. As demonstrators, we get to be hostesses as well as demonstrators. Stampin' Up! Recognizes the fact that we are avid crafters. We love creating, and they know that we are literally our best customers, okay? And so as a demonstrator, I get all kinds of perks. I get my discount, I get hostess benefits, my personal purchases count towards sale volumes, all of those things. But again, it still gets better because as a new demonstrator, your first full quarter with Stampin' Up! Will be January, February, and March, the release of this catalog and celebration. There can't be a better time to launch a Stampin' Up! Career than those first 3 months of the year. And any sales that you have in November and December count towards that quarter. Now, as always, there's no obligation with the kit. Yes, you are free to simply take advantage of the kit and never do anything. But heck, 20% savings, guys, I've not paid full price in 20 plus years. It's just an amazing deal to do something that you love at a discount. In addition, the fact that you'll be earning demonstrator perks during celebration. As demonstrators, we will be earning all kinds of rewards for our sales activity. So again, I showed this to you so that make sure that you get on my calendar for hosting events, or that you get signed up for the live catalog launch that I'm doing the first week in January. We have 3 events with very limited spaces, so you want to get on the calendar for that, and that is open to the public. Demonstrators, my team. But again, limited seats. Get on the schedule for that. You want to make sure that you're requesting a copy of this. I wanted to make sure that you were excited enough to want this catalog, and I want to make sure that you understand the benefits of joining my team now and early access to all of this goodness. So thanks, guys, for watching my sneak peek. And there was one other. I know, wait a minute, time out. There were two more other reasons why I showed this to you now. Sorry about that. The other reason is on Sundays on my blog, you'll see a feature from now until January when the catalog goes live called Sneak Peek Sunday. And I will be incorporating a sneak peek on that Sunday. In addition, one of the other things that I will be committed to doing is showing you how this product here and things in this catalog coordinate with the holiday catalog so that you don't miss out on purchasing anything in the holiday catalog that may or may not be around after January 1st, because there's so much in this catalog that Stampin' Up! Does indeed retire some items. So I want to make sure that you're checking out my blog so that you don't miss out on holiday items that you're going to want and need to really showcase some of this product. So visit me at remarkablycreated.com for information on everything that I just rapidly went through. And then just one last thank you guys again for the incredible honors that were bestowed upon me that are a direct result of my relationship with you, either as a customer or as your upline. So thank you guys again. Have a great day. God bless.